Hi friends, welcome to my not a sewing vlog. I feel like I'm shouting at you, though I stand this far away from you all the time, but I don't know, I feel really far away from the camera right now. This is like the worst angle ever. I feel like, this is awful. Maybe if I put a blanket on me, I won't feel so, ugh. This is probably a bad idea, but here I go. Also, the AC, we have like a portable AC unit, is on, so maybe that's noisy too. I don't know. I just wanted to say hi. If you follow my Instagram, you know that near the end of my Costume College LA trip, like 2 weeks ago, I took a bad fall. So, where I was hoping to make a Costume College and LA trip video last week, I didn't do any video last week, and or vlog, and this is kind of this week's vlog. I have no makeup on. I haven't brushed my hair. Handsome hubby brushed my hair for me last night, which was really nice. He's taking very good care of me. I'm not taking very good care of me. I am a mess. So, for those of you who may not know, I'm going to start at the end of my trip. So, the Tuesday after Costume College weekend, me and 3 of my closest costuming girlfriends, Rebecca from Lady Rebecca Fashions, Andrea, and Melinda, we got a hotel room across from Disneyland. And when I say across from, I mean like across the street from Disneyland. This wasn't like a fancy Disney hotel. This is like just your average hotel. I mean, no bells or whistles really. We got like a family type hotel room. So you walk in, there's the smallest living room ever. Like when you walk in, it's like, it's just big enough to have a couch. That's it. Like that's how wide the walls are, or to have like a little couch in there. And there's like a TV on the wall and a little dresser, I think, was in there. And then there's 2 rooms. And the room I stayed in had 2 queen beds, a closet, hanging space, a dresser, anyway, and it had its own bathroom. And what I really loved is that the sink and mirror for the bathroom was outside of where the toilet and shower was, which I actually really appreciate, because when you have 2 people who are like friends and not like partners or married couple or whatever, it's nice that someone can like use the mirror and the sink and, you know, be brushing their teeth or doing their makeup or whatever, or their hair or whatever, while someone else is taking a shower or going to the bathroom. The only downside is you have to like come out to wash your hands, so I had like a washcloth that I would grab the handle with. It worked out. And the other room was also 2 queen beds, but it was like the slightly bigger room. It had a table and chairs. It had a little setup that had the mini fridge that came to like waist height. Then it had a microwave in there and stuff. And then they had their own bathroom. So it worked out great for us. Everyone had their own bed. We were able to put some things in the fridge, keep drinks cold and whatnot. So that Tuesday, so we got there Monday night after we went to the fashion district, the fabric district in LA. And Tuesday we went to Disneyland. And the plan was Disneyland Tuesday, California Adventure Wednesday, and then Disney part of Thursday, and fly home Thursday night for most of us. Melinda drove herself because she is like hardcore driving down from Washington. So, but she also has like family that she stops and sees on the way. So anyway, ow. I need to stop. I always use my hands when I talk, and I really need to stop doing that because my wrist hurts. We will get to that. So Tuesday at Disney, it was an awesome day, but like two things really marred the day. One was a minor thing about, I don't know, like noonish or so. My friend Melinda was like, I'm going to go get a frozen banana. And I was like, frozen banana? It's so hot out here. That sounds amazing. Turns out it's like a chocolate covered banana with nuts in it that's been frozen in dry ice. So you actually have to wait like almost an hour to eat this thing. It is solid, but it is so good. And me, being me, within like my second bite, I have dripped chocolate all down my super cute "This is my Cinderella costume" t-shirt that has a big picture of Cinderella on the top. And I wore my blue, fluffy, kind of Cinderella looking skirt. So I only have pictures from like the first half of the day because I was so embarrassed that there's like brown stains all down the front of my shirt. Not cool. The second thing that happened was that evening, three of us, me, Melinda, and Andrea, were waiting for Andrea to meet Goofy because Andrea dressed up like Goofy, so cute in this blouse and skirt she made and this cute bow in his colors, so cute. Waiting to meet Goofy while Rebecca was, I think she was at the parade, or maybe she was doing the fireworks or something. I can't remember. We split up a couple of times during the day based on what people wanted to do because, you know, we're adults. Anyway, and we had decided we were going to go hop on the train to go meet Rebecca at the other end to go on this ride that we had a fast pass for. And I was trying to decide, did I want a churro? Because there was a churro cart right there, and you could smell that cinnamon sugar. If you're ever at Disney and you're deciding if you should get a churro, the answer is always yes, my friends. Okay? Just yes. I decided no, and we started walking over, like fast walking over to the train, because it was just pulling into the station, and it waits there a little bit, so we knew we could get onto the train. And I tripped over the curb. Now, to this day, I do not know if I tripped on the curb or I tripped over the lack of curb. I don't know if you've ever tripped because you thought something was there and it wasn't, and your foot like comes down, there's nothing there. I don't know which was the case. We were in that, like, you know, that middle section, right when you come into Disney and you're on Main Street, and there's that big middle section with the flagpole, and there's like cute benches and stuff. We had been in that middle section, and we're stepping down off of it into the street, right where it, like, the curb, like, curves down to where there's a dip so that you can, like, get wheelchairs and scooters and strollers and stuff, you know, up. And so it was like 2 inches of curve because it was curving down, 2 inches of curve. And I don't know if I thought there was no curve and just stepped over those 2 inches and tripped on it, or if I thought the curve was a full higher curve and did too much of a step and tripped. Either way, I tripped and I fell hard. I cannot, I'm going to start crying. I don't know how I hurt myself so badly, but I did. I fell so hard. My impact was my left elbow. I landed on my whole left arm and tried to turn and twisted both hands to try and catch myself, hurting both my wrists. Both my knees are highly bruised to the point where bending them hurts. I've got a fracture in my elbow. I fractured my my left ankle and my right ankle is just bruised and hurts. I've got bruises all over on my left hip, my left shoulder. At the last second, it went through my mind, lift your head, you're going to hit your head, lift your head, and I lifted my head up and managed to not hit my head on the ground, which I'm so grateful for. And I just laid there sobbing in so much pain. I was so embarrassed. And my friend Andrea, who's actually a nurse, was like crouched down by me. And she's like, what can I do? What do you need? What can I do? And all of these people were starting to walk over, and they were like, you know, oh, what's happened? Can we help? You know, and I was just, even in all that pain, I was so embarrassed. And I just said, can you make them go away? I need them to go away. And she was so good. She stood up, she's like, she's gonna be fine. She's gonna be okay. Can you guys just go? Thank you so much, you know, and she got them to leave. Now, a couple of Disney workers came over. One in particular who'd been talking to us and actually helped us with the Goofy meet and greet. And we send in a bunch of like guest thank yous to this worker. Came over to make sure I was okay and everything. And it took me a little bit to be able to stand up. And I didn't really notice the pain in the rest of my body because my elbow and arm hurt so much. And my friends were like, we need to go to like first aid. We need to have you looked at. And I was like, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Even though everything hurt. And this, I was really worried that I'd like broken my arm or something. As far as I know, I've never broken a bone. I had a massage therapist tell me once that they thought I'd broken both my big toes at one point in time and that they've kind of healed incorrectly, and that's why they like pop so much and why I don't like them being like massaged or pulled or things. Anyway. But as far as I know, I've never broken a bone. So I was really worried I'd broken my arm because I've never felt like shooting pains like that before. But I have been hurt on a trip with friends to Disney before, and friends were not happy about the injury slowing them down and stuff during the trip. So this was many years ago. So I was really trying to downplay how much pain I was in, how hurt I was, because I did not want this to like overshadow this trip. I did not want anyone to be like, oh great, she's hurt, this is going to ruin everything, you know, type of thing. So I was like, no, it's fine. We'll go get an ice pack. So I went in there and I just was like, I'm hurt here and here, I think, you know. And they gave me like ice in a plastic bag wrapped in like tissue paper, not tissue paper, in like the paper you wipe your hands with in the bathrooms. Can't remember what that's called all of a sudden. Anyway, they like taped it around this plastic bag of ice. I was a little surprised, you know, it's Disneyland. Kind of would have thought they'd have like some type of actual ice pack, but hey, whatever. And they let me have 2 ibuprofen. And I was like, cool. I went on like 2 more rides, I think. And then I was like, my friends, I'm done. I gotta go lay down. And ended up going back to the room. Had the worst shower I've ever had in my life. Could not raise my left arm up at all. I don't know if you've ever tried to shower or like dress or undress with one arm basically only being able to be in front of you. So just basically rule your left arm out. I'm grateful that it was my left arm and not my right arm. But I'll tell you what, like trying to do everything with just one hand, I shampooed my hair and then was like, okay, this is too much. I'm done. You know, got a little washing done and I was like, I'm good enough, and got out of my shower. And the next day when I woke up, the pain of everything else had set in. So I basically said in the morning, I was like, hey, you guys go have fun. I'm going to hang out here in the room. And my friends were really worried, you know, what can we do? You know, we were really worried about leaving you here. And I was like, there's nothing you can do. I have pain pills. I have ice. They went and got a bucket of ice for me. I'm like, I have ice. I have washcloths that I can put in the microwave for heat packs. I mean, I'm gonna lay in bed because I'm in pain. So that's what I did Wednesday and Thursday. I moved my flight up so I could get home early. Handsome husband picked me up from the airport and took me straight to urgent care. I got x-rayed. Basically, the left side of my body got x-rayed. I feel really lucky that there was only fractures in my elbow and my left ankle, and everything else is just badly bruised. The bruises are going from like that deep purple to that technicolor yellow that just looks really unnatural. I don't know if you can see. Hang on. Let's see if I can get my knee in the camera. Ooh, can you see my bruise on my knee? Oh. See? Ooh. I don't know if you can see it. That's my boot. I boot! It's a heavy sucker. It's this big, like, heavy plastic boot that's like these pumps. I can't lift it. On the sides. Also, it hurts my leg when I try to lift it. These like little pumps on the side that tighten it up around my ankle to like stabilize everything. Anyways, my knees don't like bending. I've got wraps on my wrists and on my other foot. And these really great socks. Ooh, why is everything over here on this side? Okay, we're doing this. We're doing this. Okay. This arm isn't too bad if I don't have to push or pull or lift anything that's too heavy. Okay. I'm just going to put it here because I have a feeling I'm going to need it again. So my friend Kat, I'm not seeing friends right now. I have these amazing friends who are like, can we come visit? Can we come visit? What, do you need anything? And I'm like, I'm sleeping a lot during the day. Seriously, like I am taking like 2 naps a day. My body just shuts me down. I'm guessing it's because of all the pain and probably also the medication, like the pain pills and anti-inflammatories I'm on. But I think my body's just like, hey, you're really, really hurt. We need to shut you down to help fix you. And she said, do you have any compression socks? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And she sent me this amazing like bag of compression socks with like embroidered flowers on them. Like there's pink, these gray ones with like yellow and orange. Here's some blue ones with red flowers. Right now I'm wearing these green ones. Can you see that? With like blue and yellow flowers. They're amazing. Yeah, this package showed up. She's awesome. I didn't have compression socks, and because I've been laying down so much, my calves have been... Ow! Sorry, I'm going to say ow a lot. My compression socks my calves have been aching, and the muscles of my calves have been just randomly like twitching and stuff. And I'm sure it's because I am not walking around at all because this boot is hella heavy. Plus they told me to, rest up with my foot up. I'm supposed to go to a podiatrist and I'm supposed to go to another specialist for my elbow. Unfortunately, I can't really drive myself right now, and Handsome Hubby works. But I have been able to make some telehealth visits so that they can tell me what types of like exercises and stretches and like what I'm supposed to be doing that I can do at home. So that's cool. Costume college was awesome. I know this fall just like overshadowed everything, which really sucks. But it was a great trip. I got there the previous Wednesday, and that night, me and Melinda and Andrea all went to the Magic Castle, where we met up with my friends Sarah, Kat, and Trey, who is Sir Dressmaker, who's amazing, and also Sarah's work friend, whose name I don't remember. And we went to a bunch of magic shows that were incredible. We saw a internationally famous magician who just made stuff appear in the air, out of nowhere, all over the stage, and it was incredible and amazing. I saw this really cool, like, close-up magician that did this like card magic at a bar, where I met two other Emilys, and one of them is in this Facebook group I'm in called You Can Only Be Emily, where you can only be in this Facebook group if your name is Emily or some type of Emily, like Emmeline or, you know, something like that. And she was like, hey, I don't know if you guys know about this Facebook group. And I'm like, You Can Only Be Emily? And she was like, yeah, you're in it. I was like, I am. I'm totally in it. So that was really cool too. Something I love about Magic Castle also is there is a dress code, like an evening dress code. So everyone is dressed up to the nines, you know, and you see these just glamorous dresses, men in these amazing suits, and just it's fun to people watch. The last time I was there, I saw a movie star, and I swear I saw this guy I recognize, but this time, but my friend said it wasn't him, so I'm not gonna go into it because then I'll feel stupid. But anyway, it was really, really fun. Thursday, we dressed up and went out to the Queen Mary. We met up with a bunch of friends. My friend Kristen, and her friend, our friend Emily, other friend Emily, let's see, who else? Just friend Yosa, friend Laura. And I want to tag all these people, but I don't. I can't do things right now. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to post this. I mean, I can't post this. It's not, my energy levels are... Anyway, but it was also me and Andrea and Rebecca went. Rebecca has made, I'm sure you all follow Lady Rebecca Fashions. She's made Rose's boarding outfit from the movie Titanic. So she was basically the star of the show when we were all there. And then Kristen and her friend were also in like 19 teens outfits. So they looked very well with walking around with Rebecca. And then me and Andrea and Yosa and Laura, we all dressed 1930s because the actual era of the Queen Mary ship is 1930s. So, I gotta stop moving my arm around, but that's just not really gonna happen because that's what I do when I talk. Is the 1930s. So, we had a fantastic day. I got a little overheated. I don't actually have as many pictures from this trip. I was more enjoying this trip than taking the pictures. I tried to take more pictures, but I'm still really struggling with taking pictures of myself and remembering to like hand my camera over to people to take pictures of me. So I don't know. During my unpacking Wednesday night, I discovered that I had left a bunch of stuff home, including the bodice to my Felicity dress, which was supposed to be worn Thursday night, and also Sunday to a American Girl tee. So instead, for Thursday night, I just stayed in my 1830s dress. Now, I did not make my 1830s dress. I absolutely love it. I just got really lucky looking through my clothes, and I found this dress I'd never worn before that I had bought. It's actually a Disney dress. The silhouette I'd never really loved on my body type. I like full skirts, and this one's more of like an A-line. And it's got a higher collar, which I don't love. And the print is like the original Alice in Wonderland illustrations. But it's a Disney, I think maybe a Her Universe, or someone who sells Disney like stuff. It might be Torrid. It might be a Torrid. I think it's a Torrid dress that came out several years ago. Anyway, looking at 1830s dress styles and then looking at this, I was like, this is the perfect silhouette. The like fake apron design that's in the center is perfect for the 1830s. So I created a hat. I made a hat, and I used that as my 1830s dress and just wore that to the Thursday night welcome party at Costume College. Oh, I've got to... I'm already at 30 minutes, so I've got to stop and restart my... Oh, ow, 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 ow. Oh. Nightmare, nightmare. And we're back. Oh, I mean, I could cut that whole pain and getting up and getting down thing, but I mean, ow, ow, lifting. But why? You know I'm here, I'm in pain, you know what's going on. Ow, hair. Sometimes it's almost a relief to have something simple like my hair is caught in my strap type of pain. Friday night I wore, for the first time, I was supposed to wear it to a Comic-Con last year, I think, that I got sick and didn't actually go. My Jacqueline cosplay from Ever After. Jacqueline was the nicer sister. And I have 0 pictures of me in that on my camera, on my phone. So I put out a plea on the Costume College page saying, hey, if anyone took pictures of me, could you post them here? No one has yet. So it's possible there are like no... I know I went to the portrait studio at Costume College and got some pictures. So I know I'll have those. But I think it's kind of sad that I didn't get any pictures taken with anyone in my costume. I took pictures of other people, but I just didn't... I don't think to take... I don't know. Anyway, so that was Friday night. And then Saturday night at the gala, I wore my monstrosity, my Regency English court gown. And there was a whole group of us. We looked insane and amazing. I forgot my waist sash at home, which kind of sucked because it was really pretty and I had put a bunch of work into the tassels and everything on it, but oh well. It didn't get as much done on it as I wanted, but it was wearable and it looked nice. I think I looked pretty great. I do have pictures and video from that I've been posting on Instagram, and I'll be posting more. So that was really fun. And then Monday, I went to the Fabric District with everyone else and ran around. The marketplace at Costume College this year was just awesome. Um, there were so many things. I went way over budget again. I'm still apologizing to Handsome Hubby. I think he's being a little more forgiving because, ow, because of all of this. I bought like 3 hats. That's so much money. Yeah, there was a hattier or atelier or atelier, a hatter. I always say it wrong. At booth this year that was just fantastic. And I had a really hard time choosing between their hats. And there's one that I didn't get that I am daydreaming about, so I may have to contact them and be like, do you still have that hat? I think I need that hat. But the one I did get from them, and they are called Rumel Creations, RUMEL Creations. I got this amazing Regency hat that I've got on wrong, but you know. And the ribbons are kind of I need to reshape it a little bit because it was in a hat box for the ride home. I am not usually drawn towards like blues. I'm usually a pinks and maroons and fuchsias type of person, but there was something about this soft blue and the shape, and I just adored this ribbon. And what really sold me is the lady was like, hey, you know the lady who's selling ribbons next door, she has this ribbon next door. So I went next door. I'm sitting on it. I went next door and bought out her 2 spools of the same ribbon so that if I want to do like anything, like if I want to add it to a dress or, you know, a Please or a Spencer or a reticule or some, you know, if I want more ribbon to tie everything together, I have it, which is amazing. And, you know, like I said, I don't usually go for blue, but something about this hat I just could not resist. It is so beautiful. Of course, Truly Victorian was there, and I, per usual, forgot my list of her patterns that I have, which is why I have like doubles and triples of some of her patterns that I really need to sell because I have doubles and triples of her patterns. I did buy a few new ones. Where's the one? Ugh. So one of her patterns I know I don't have that I have been wanting to buy for a couple of years is her 1906 10 Gore princess skirt. Now this seems like a really ambitious pattern for someone like me, which is why I've never purchased it. But I have, over the past few years, seen this pattern on some plus sized ladies and been like, oh, that looks rather nice. Now, I have actually sized out of her patterns, which is hard on me because that means I have to like make adjustments and stuff myself, which I'm really crap at, but that's alright. I haven't sized out of every measurement, just a few of them, one of them in particular. But I'm looking forward to attempting this skirt. Probably not this year, but maybe next year. And then my ball for next April, which is apparently now going to be an annual thing, is about to be announced, and I needed a new ball gown bodice, so I bought this 1860s ball gown bodice. Not that that's a hint or anything, but I bought this pattern for that ball. And I'm looking forward to testing that out for the first time. What is this paper? Oh, that's from one of my classes. I took some amazing classes. I took classes on caring for your wigs. I took styling wig classes. I took this amazing class on historical photography shots and how they got them by the photographer Mark Edwards, who does the photography at Costume College. I took so many classes and lectures. I took some workshops. I also taught my Regency placement bonnet workshop twice. And it was very fun. It was also very scattered. I got some feedback. I actually feel like I didn't do as good this year as I did last year. I had made more details in the pattern this year so that it's much more specific, and then promptly forgot all about that when I was teaching, because it's a fairly beginner's easy class. And anyway, so I had a lot of people say, well, you, in your pattern, you talk about doing this and this and this. And I'm like, well, I didn't really go into that because, and anyway, I think this is the last year I'm teaching that class specifically. I have since made 2 other time period hats. I've made a 1930s hat, and then I've also made an 1872 hat out of placemats that I think look pretty cool. So I'm considering maybe turning one or both of those into a class, or maybe just making a lecture in general about the versatility of using placemats to make hats, and like showing some examples and whatnot. I don't know. It's early days, so we'll see. I was going to show you one of the other hats I got. I also got this beautiful floral kind of hair piece hat thing, but it is way too far away. So I'm not going to go get that. But Sunday night they did a don't remember what it's called, but they do Sunday night, they do for like 3 hours, they do a special marketplace that is just for, it's called Trunk Show, and they have like maybe 8 to 10 people who sell stuff, who just bring enough stuff to fill like 2 tables, and it only goes for like 3 hours, and that's it. And Mela from Mela's Hats, who I adore, was there with some hats, and so I, immediately fell in love with like 5 of them. A lot of the hats were later period hats, which I'm not as interested in. I feel like the hats from like the 30s, there were a bunch of hats from like the 30s and whatnot, maybe the 20s and 30s. Not so interested in those, but there were a handful of earlier period hats that I was interested in. And I found this. I'm going to fall off this, and it's going to be amusing later. and I found this beautiful, beautiful bustle era hat. This beautiful red bustle era hat with vintage grapes, red grapes, and floral and trim and whatnot on it. And you can either do it one of two ways. You can either put, all your hair back here and wear the hat forward with your hair, up behind it. Or you can do the later bustle era where you have like lots of curls and stuff up here, and then wear it back on your head like this with the curls and everything in front of it. So that's super beautiful, and I'm excited. It's bright red. I've never done anything in red, so I'm looking forward to coming up with a red confection for this hat. Oh my goodness. I also went to the Fabric District on Monday with the Fabric District tour, and my friends were all buying, $10 to $12 silk, and I was like, that would be amazing, but I buy the silk and then I'm too afraid to cut into it. I'm too afraid to use it. It gets stored in my sewing room in a place of honor where I look at it, several times a year and don't do anything with it. I have a limited budget. I really want cottons because I want to make things out of breathable cottons, washable costumes, and I want to make some everyday clothes for me. So I really want to focus on cottons or cheap faux fabrics this year because that is how I roll. I am poor. And I'll tell you what, people are always like, absolutely, only breathable fabrics, only 100%, 100% cotton, 100% silk, 100%. And I'm like, yes, absolutely, if you have the money for it. Those are the best fabrics for historical costuming, for costuming in general, if you have the money for it, if you have the means for it. But some of us don't. And as long as you know that you are going to be able to take care of yourself at an event, that you are not going to overheat in that fake fabric, in that faux silk, as long as you have a plan to not overheat, to take care of yourself, then there's a no problem. Now, one of the fake fabrics I got is this whole big bolt of $2 a yard fake silk, which is kind of a tannish gold color, which will be perfect for also lining fabrics, which is way over there against the wall. I'm not going to go get that. But I did put... All right. Down we go. I didn't plan this out. I should have put everything over on this side and put the camera over there. I know. Okay. But I found some wonderful fabrics. I can't tell you the names of all the places, but this is one of my favorite fabrics I got. It's 100% cotton. It's this beautiful plaid that has this deep emerald green, this purple, this it's like a berry red. It's a deep red, yellow. I mean, this is gorgeous. And I don't remember how much of each I got. I think I got everything he had of this. I feel like it was 7 yards or something. This could be either historical, or I can make a super cute modern dress out of this. I mean, it's super cute. In fact, it's so cute that part of me's wondering if I could squeeze a historical skirt out of it and a modern skirt out of it. Or if I couldn't squeeze that, if I could squeeze a modern dress and maybe ooh, like a 1890s shirtwaist or something out of it, because it's just so pretty. I love it, love it, love it. This is this beautiful bright pink 100% cotton with this embroidered edge. I'm trying to show you. I don't know if you can see that. This beautiful embroidered edge. You see that? Look how pretty that is. And it's embroidered on both sides of the fabric. I'm definitely thinking this is probably going to be an everyday dress for me because of the color. This pink is so me. But based on how pretty this embroidery is, again, I could maybe, depending on how much of it I got, I could maybe pull a really pretty shirtwaist out of it, or like a historical skirt and a modern blouse. I mean, there's so many options for these. It just depends when I come up on, hey, what project am I... Ow, ow, ow! Sorry, when my arm gets too far this way, it starts to warn me that it needs to be further this way and to just rest in front of me. And then I just got, like, for, I can't remember, I think it was like $2. Oh, by the way, these were like $4 a yard. And then this is just, it's hard to see. It's white. And it's got little white lines in it. It's just 100% cotton. It has a little more weight to it. This is great for lining. It'll just be great for all sorts of just, you know, projects in general. I always try to pick up just some kind of everyday white fabric. I don't know how to describe it, but if you're any type of seamstress, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. The like everyday white fabric. Okay. So you go back down and you come up. Now this is also one of my absolute favorite fabrics that I've bought. It's this beautiful white with this blue embroidery. Look at this royal blue embroidery. I wish I could hold it up closer to the camera. It is so pretty, and that blue color is stunning. For some reason, I was really drawn to blue this year. Again, this one, both ends of the fabric is embroidered. That blue was just so hard to resist, this beautiful royal blue. I also got, now this is a cotton blend that's kind of more like, I want to say a rayon. It's this lighter blue that has like little Swiss dot in it. And it has this embroidery on one side. You can see that. And, well, I guess it's the same embroidery on both sides. I don't know what this is going to be. I wasn't planning on buying this. The guy at the shop was super convincing and kept, like, lowering the price for me because I was buying stuff, and I'm a sucker. Then I bought this really pretty, like, organza that has it's a cream-colored organza. I'm going to try and see if I can get it a little whiter, maybe through bleaching. I don't know anything about that, so I'm going to have to do some research. It has these little white lines in it, like little white satin lines in it. I've been looking for a fabric like this for a dress recreation, and so having finally found it, just randomly looking around this little shop, I am absolutely thrilled. There'll be more about that later. Not in this video though. This super long video. Sorry, I took a lot of time telling you about my fall. It's like the big thing that's happened in my life right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. The right side of my body is exhausted and tired and sore all the time because I overuse it. Like my right arm is so... Okay, come on, pull the bag out. Out. Just pull the bag out. Out. It's so sore all the time because I'm using it all the time. Okay. Last bag, promise. My friend Andrea was getting this next fabric, and I was like, how would you feel about me getting some of that fabric too, because it's amazing. She was like, absolutely. And I said, we can be twins. I don't know if we're gonna actually end up being twins, but that would be amazing. So this is another white cotton, but this has, at one end of the width, there's this beautiful little embroidery that is kind of this light grayish blue, this kind of salmon pink, and this navy blue. At the other end of the embroidery is all of this. I don't know if I can get it up enough to show you. Like, is this big, beautiful embroidery. Ow! Okay, I'm sorry. Go back down. Is all of this big, beautiful embroidery. So many ideas for this. Like this would make an amazing, like Edwardian, one of those Edwardian, summer dresses. This would make like a truly, truly beautiful Regency type spring embroidered dress. This would also make gorgeous, like running through the fields type nightgown, historical-esque, fanciful, like girl running through the fields, nightgown-esque, chemise a la reine type gown. I mean, it would also make an adorable modern day dress. There's so many ideas for this. This next fabric, I actually bought some of this fabric from the same place last year in a cream color, and I still have the same idea in my head for that one. And I saw this there this year for the same price, and my brain said, you know how you have always wanted to make, this one cosplay, but you've always felt like you shouldn't because of your weight, and anyway, I saw this fabric, and this whole cosplay design just like designed itself in my brain because of this fabric, and I went, I need that because this gown has to happen. I'm pretty sure once I pull this fabric out, you're going to know exactly what cosplay it is, because it's hard to deny what this stunning puffy gold fabric is going to be. This beautiful ruched, kind of antiqued gold fabric. Just speaks to me. I have so much of it, and I have plans. Ooh, I have plans. What's really getting to me, back in you go. Back in. Okay. What's really getting to me is, I had big plans for when I got home. Got home. So, I had some big plans for August. I was going to get home from my trip, have that weekend to kind of de-stress for my trip and just chill. And then I was going to go to work because August is my last month before I start work again as a substitute teacher. And I actually have a long-term subbing job that's going to be happening in the later part of September through almost the end of first semester, pretty much through Christmas almost. Or at least through the end of October, because a teacher is pregnant and going to be having a baby at the end of September. So, and she asked me when I'm a first year substitute teacher, which I think is amazing. I really got to get my foot up here. Sorry. Hang on. Oh, this boot is so heavy. I try not to walk around in it very much because first of all, it's heavy. And second of all, I don't want to damage my floor. And I feel like I will. But I had plans to like whip my house into shape, organize everything, get rid of like, I don't know, 25-30% of like everything in my house. I had plans to like sell off a ton of stuff in my sewing room because I have too much stuff. I have enough stuff for like 10 years of costuming, and it just, I need to cut back on the stuff and the things and just let it go. I had plans. This was the month, the month of the great cleanse of the house. It is due a cleanse. When I say cleanse, I mean like wiping down windows and baseboards and walls and cleaning things out and carefully going through, do we need this? Do we need this? And instead, I'm probably going to be in my bed or on the chaise or on that couch. And it's really hard because I feel lazy and awful, and I know I was in an accident and it's fine. But it's really hard. I'm kind of down, my friends. So, here's what I need from you. What are you working on? What costumes are you wearing? What events are you going to? What are you looking forward to? Share, connect. I need to know your things. Let me live vicariously through you this month, because this month I am just down. So, let's be the friends that we are, my follower friends, my friend followers, and tell me about your August. Tell me about the awesome things you are doing this month so that I can live vicariously through you. Sorry this wasn't that happy of a video. Hopefully. Ow. My finger hurt too. Hopefully next video will be better. Bye. Bye. Ugh. Don't forget to edit out the turning off the video part. Okay. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I just grab this and bring it closer to me.